Hi everyone, it's Carolyn from Known as Linda Crafts. You're not going to see me because I have you angled down so you can see the project that I'm working on, or going to be working on with you today. So these are in a pack of 4. They come in 4 different ones. I have them mixed up right now. And they come from Micheals. All right. And they're just styrofoam. You can even cut it yourself out if you wanted to do something like that. They all have rest in peace and scary stuff on it. I bought the ribbon here. I am not sure where this ribbon came from. I don't know if it's Micheals is the only place I can think of where it is. I can give you the SKU number, which is 19546435298, because it doesn't say. So this is just, as far as the ribbon goes, this is, what is this, 5/8. And I figured this was just going to go perfect. Has the little skeletons on it, has a little kind of like plastic foil edge to it. So we're going to put that on there. I'm also going to use glow-in-the-dark paint. You can find this at Micheals or Hobby Lobby. This is the Deco Art glow-in-the-dark paint. So you can use that. And this works really well. I've been playing with it with some things. And it's like, yay. Now, what we're going to start with, I did that one glow-in-the-dark because I was testing it. We're going to go ahead and put the ribbon on first. Because since we're going to be painting, you know, the glow-in-the-dark stuff, I didn't want to mess with the ribbon afterwards. So all I'm going to do, this is not going to have a bow or anything. I'm just going to overlap the 2 pieces of ribbon just like that. Now, you can use 2 types, either type. You can use a straight pin if you want to. This is called a T pin, so it looks like the letter T. Or you can use a floral pin, which looks like this. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, either or. So I was going to use T-pins. I didn't have enough of them. So I'm going to use a combination. Now these come really wide, so I'm just kind of squishing them in a little bit. And I have a pin cushion here. So that way when I pick them up, it would be easy to pick them up out of the pin cushion than trying to pick them up out of a pile of stuff. All right, so let's get going with that. So again, all I'm going to do is take this and just overlap it a little. Because see, when this hangs on the tree, it's going to be on a an evergreen tree. So this is going to be like this, and the branch is going to come through this way and hang it this way. Okay, so you want to make sure that you don't want to do it this way and then go, oh, they're not going to see it because it's going to turn. Okay. So once we do that, I'm going to take my little pin and I'm going to thread it right through the ribbon. I'm going to take my glue gun. I usually just stick it through the nose of the pen of the glue gun, just like this. And I'll squeeze a little bit to get some glue on there. And then I'll find what would be my center and stick it right in just like that. And voila. Oh, that's a glue string. And then it's hanging. Now, I cut the ribbon at 9 inches. Usually when I cut my ribbon at 9 inches, I'm tying a knot. But I wanted to make sure with this particular project that I had enough loophole on it. I didn't tie it because I felt that this ribbon was also just kind of a little bit on the flimsy side and that it may not tie very good. So we're just going to do this all the way around on my little styrofoam pieces. So we have all those done. Oops, got to take this first. Now you can, if you wanted to, you can hold this down like this and then put the pin in. I like to thread it first, for me. And I'm just bending them so they're a little bit closer. You can put it on an angle. If these are too wide going across, You can put it on an angle, but just make sure you're going to catch the top and the bottom piece of ribbon. Let me switch hands because I'm a righty. I don't know why I was doing that lefty. There we go. And the same thing with the glue. You can just rub it on if you want to do it this way as well. If you're like me and your eyes aren't good enough to see that little hole that you're trying to get it in. See, I twisted the ribbon, so the thing, so I have to make sure my ribbon sits. There we go. So my ribbon's square onto the tombstone. Now, if you also feel that these are too long and you don't want it as long, because there are longer ones, you can just snip off a little bit of it. Whatever you want to snip off and make it shorter. If you want to do that as well. Make sure you get these little pieces in the trash can because you don't want them on your feet. That will hurt. All right, so let's cross this one. There we go. And we'll stick it in here. Just make sure you don't come through the front or the back, because you don't want that. I'm going to cut this one too. So this is probably the most tedious part of doing this. But this is a simple little project that you can do with, you know, kids. You may want to manage the hot glue gun. If it's a hot glue gun, if it's low temp, that, you know, would be something different. But, you know, it's just a nice way to create something that's not too expensive. And will make your tree look fabulous. I got glue strings on me. Oh, let me cut this. The reason why I'm cutting them is just a little bit easier to cut them and make them a little bit shorter. Because we don't need them as deep. And this isn't as creepy. I mean, I guess it is being a tombstone, but not as scary as some of those other things. Now, what's going to make it a little scary is doing the glow in dark paint. And I'm going to see, that's why I did one, so that I'm going to try to turn off my light and see if you can see it. It may be hard to do for you to see, but we'll give it a whirl. We'll give it a whirl. Now, see, I didn't catch that other piece on the bottom there. So we'll just make it a little bit longer. Squish my pin a little bit closer and that might help too. There we go. Yep, we got both. Wasn't sure if I caught it on the other side. All right. And there are our loops to hang it. This is the extra one for the one that I have over there since I have the paint in it right now. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to take the glow-in-the-dark paint, and I'm going to do the ones with the skeleton face. We're going to start with those. Let's start with the little ones. And all I'm going to do is paint. I'm not going to paint in the eyes, so to speak. Just all the raised part. I think there's a hair. Yep. There was a piece of glue string maybe. And just paint, you know, just the outline of the head. And the more you put on, the more it's going to glow. So keep that in mind. And this may absorb some of the paint too, because of the styrofoam. But just have fun with it. Okay, so we're gonna let him sit over there. Let's try one of the big ones. And just any paintbrush will do. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you feel you can work with that would make it easy for you. Got a little bit in his eye. This is why I use my apron. Okay. Oops. Let's go back to a small one. You don't really have to paint the sides, so to speak. You can just paint the top of them because that's what you're going to see most of, but I'm choosing to paint a little bit on the sides just to give it more. I mean, because it's black on the sides there, so you're not going to see it, but I just want to give it a little bit more depth, the skeleton face. So it just doesn't look like it's just stuck on there like a sticker. Okay. Now this one has bones as well. So we're going to do the bones as well. I hope this works. I'll have to shut that light off in the hallway, or at least my door. Turn off the lights to see if this works for you so you can see it. Make sure, because the way the bones are doesn't look like it's connecting to his head or going underneath it. So make sure, you make sure it connects to his head, so to speak. So it just doesn't look like it's floating out there by itself. Okay. Now, I'm also going to do the rest in peace one. And that's what I did on this one here. I just painted the RIP on it. So we're going to do that on this one. And what I'm doing, it's kind of like a gully in there, so I'm kind of letting the paint fill in the gully a little bit, just to really make sure you're able to see it. I think I need a little bit more paint. Now, of course, you don't want to overflow it, because then that will take away from the letter. And I'm just dipping it in and just dabbing it in to fill it in. And that's all it's going to be. So that takes care of that. Oh, I forgot to finish the other part of the art. Did I not do it on that one? I don't think I did it on the first one. Could have been the part going across. Nope, I didn't do it. There we go. So I'm going to do the same on some of these other ones. I don't know, maybe all of them. We'll see. And this is just to have fun. So the idea on this tree that I'm doing for a customer is, well, originally we wanted everything glow in the dark. And usually I can find creepy hands and stuff like that already glow in the dark. And I was having a little problem with it. Finding what I wanted. So I started experimenting with the glow in the dark paint. And I was able to take some of the figures that look like a horse or a unicorn I did, and a duck, and use the paint on it. Now, even though it's plastic, I kind of had to glob a little bit of the paint on it to make it work pretty good. And they work. They glow in the dark. So don't be afraid to try it, you know, with something you may not think it would work. And grant, these are all going to be indoor decorations, so I'm not worried, you know, about spraying it or anything like that. For it to be outdoors. And I don't know if you spray glow-in-the-dark paint, if it will still glow. That would be something I'd have to test one time. And these don't have to be perfect, because you know, this is on a tombstone. It's etched, it's creepy. But just as long as you get the paint in there so that you can see the letters. Okay. All right. Got a couple more. Need some more paint. And this is the tedious part, but the rewards of this are fabulous, fabulous. And again, do these with your kids, other family members, sit down and have a Halloween paint party, decorating party, and just pull out just different things to do. Oop, here we go. How many more? 2 more. This one's not as grooved in, so I'll make sure you can see the shape though. And then the more you do it, the faster you'll be able to do it. Okay, last one. And I'm hoping that my light, being my light on top of it, let me do this. I know this is going to be a little bright for you guys, but I'm going to stick these over here, not that one, and see by getting a little bit more light on it that they'll glow a little bit better right now, since we're just painting these. I'll just have just enough paint. So I'm deciding on this one to do these little lines, like the fractures of the tombstone. It's the other one like that. Always a little bit more. Right. I think we got them all. Right. And these guys have a little fracture off to the side here. Let's just do that. So you can do it however you want. And just have fun. Just have fun. I think that's it. We got them all. So what, these guys, they have a little fracture here. So we're going to dab that in like that. And I think that's it. Okay. So let me go get the duck and the unicorn as well. As I tripped over my glue gun going out. So let me shut the door here so we can have no light. You okay, Sky? My dog's in here. Oh, look. Now I do have shades open, but look at how it's coming out. You can see them glowing. Oh. Now, let's see. Do I have anything to cover these? Hold on. I don't know if you can see it on these guys. No, these guys you can't see. But I did these guys too. I have light. I'm trying to block the light from coming in. Maybe if I move them over here. No, you can't see it on these guys right now. But anyway, but you can see, you know, as it's glowing on these guys down here. That's pretty cool. See it glowing? Turn it up this way. So a simple little easy project, y'all. I'm turning it away from the light there. Simple little project. And it makes it fun. And these are the duck and the unicorn. This I got off at Temu. This I think I got at Micheals or Joann's, one of the two. And I painted them with that glue, the glow in the dark glue. It's just that there's too much light coming in my window there for you to see them. But anyway, thanks for coming to Nona's Nutty Crafts, and I hope you enjoyed this cute little glow in the dark project. All right, y'all take care.